This is going to be a very short session and a very short presentation, but this event wouldn't be this event if we didn't mention the next things that we are going to work on. So, we've just finished releasing everything that we had planned for Squarely SEO Peaks that helps you reach peak performance. So every single thing that we wanted, it's now inside. We've even fixed the menu. We've made the menu inside the WordPress plugin work exactly the way we wanted. And we did more tests with users who weren't certain which variant was the best, if it should be collapsed, if it shouldn't be collapsed, and we've tried with many people. We've tested how well people respond, how well people understand, because as I keep mentioning, Squarely SEO is made for non-SEO experts in the first place, and even though we have so many features on WebDevKit, we're separating our audiences, and we need to make sure that the base plugin is perfect for non-SEO experts, even though we keep adding amazing features for experts, agencies, and big SEOs. Right, that's why I mentioned the tier 2 pricing levels, that's why I mentioned WebDevKit, and you will see that even on the next things that we are going to do on Squarely SEO, there's still a lot of things that are geared towards experts. But it doesn't mean that we're not building to make sure that non-SEO experts reach SEO superstardom using Squarely SEO, because that's what we are all about. And that's why some of the changes that you will see will not be in the base package that we deliver to people, because we think that non-SEOs should focus on certain aspects to get to great and amazing SEO first, and then once they become let's say better versed in all of this, then they should get the extension package, which we are going to start offering. So let's go through the slides. So next on Squarely SEO, turn red to green and you will win. This is still what it's gonna look like, but we are going to add index now. So we've started working on index now, and we're going to add it pretty soon. It depends, because we've got a little bit sidetracked as we wanted to finish releasing everything that we had planned for Squarely SEO Picks and to fix everything regarding our cloud infrastructure. So this got sidelined a bit, but this is going to be added in the next version that we will have next year. Then also next year you can expect to have the DevKit plans. This is actually, I think that this is most probably going to first thing to drop, because this is heavily requested by people who are in our Web Dev Kit program, and this is what they need. So I think that this is actually the first one that's gonna come out, and it took us a while to figure this one out. It's not that easy to figure it out, because there are so many things involved, even in the way in which we give explanations inside the platforms, that it's very hard for somebody who owns a Web Dev Kit to go and remove access to certain tools. So the story behind this is that you basically get the Web Dev Kit and you remove the access of your users from your cloud account so they can see the other clients that you have. But it's more than that. You can hide certain tools that you don't want them to use. Maybe you have an account with certain limits and you want to make sure that your end users, so not the users of Squarely SEO, but your users, you want to make sure that they can't use keyword research, for example. Now, currently you can hide the tool, but because we offer so much guidance inside the plugin, if your clients, if your end users really read whatever we have written inside there, they can click and they can still find links and they can still access the tools, so they can still use your credits. Now, this is soon going to change, because the Web Dev Kit owners, the agencies and the experts will now have the opportunity to build their own custom plans inside of Squarely SEO in the Web Dev Kit section. So you will be able to say, this is my default plan, and then whenever you give your zips to somebody, all those zips will directly install your default plan to everyone. And now if you have special clients for whom you want to give better limits, then you will give the second plan to them. Then you can build a third plan for clients who are paying you even more, or who are even let's say more valued as customers. Maybe they have some sort of super premium package because they've been with you for 5 years and you want to give them something better to show your appreciation to them. And then you can make another plan, so you can make multiple plans. The default plan will be the lowest one, which you're gonna install to everybody, and then you can switch some of your clients up to different tiers so that they can get better access to the tools inside of Squirrely SEO. And in this way, even though some people might find tools that you try to hide, they won't be able to do anything because there won't be any account limits left for that operation. So you can even use this as a method of converting them to your higher plans so that they can see that they can pay you more in order to get access to more. And this can um, open up certain possibilities for you, just like the SEO audit does when people see basically your ad in the audit saying how contact us so that we can fix this for your website, or contact us so that we can enhance this for your website. If you're an agency, you're probably also doing social media for your clients, so if they have very weak rankings in terms of social media, then you can definitely place your ad there in the audit and have people calling you up, your end users calling you up, so that you help them with their social media. So now with the dev kit plans, you can do even more to upsell and to cross sell to your clients, and there's a lot that you can do to expand your relationship with the customers you already have, and this will fix several issues that have been super voted on our roadmap. So if you go to our roadmap, you will see that there's been many votes on different aspects of web dev kit. With the web dev kit plans that we finished designing, I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. So last week we finished the designs, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you about this, because we finally finished the designs and we finally thought about all the constraints and all the things, and this is the best way to move forward. There were many other options on the table, but they really weren't good because I could personally see many risks to doing those other alternatives, and it's a pretty big system, 650 features, so it's not that easy to manipulate. But by building the web dev kit plans, your agency can actually become the one that says, okay, so you're on this pricing plan, you're on this pricing plan, and you're on this pricing plan, and this opens up a whole world of new possibilities. So it's going to be much easier for you to do exactly what you plan with your own customers. Redirect management. So we offer tons of types of redirects inside Squirrely SEO. Now you know that me and Colleen, both of us, we are awesome at SEO. We are the real experts. We've been doing SEO for I've been doing SEO for 13 years, and Colleen has been doing it for even more than that. Back then I learned SEO from him, and the idea is that he's a super big expert, and we all know that you shouldn't do redirect management inside a WordPress SEO plugin. But if this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get. But this is not optimal, because if you ever want to change your SEO plugin, you will not have an option to do this. So basically, if you want to change your SEO plugin, you should just go ahead and delete it, and you shouldn't lose a lot. But that's why you should keep them in easy redirects and other plugins that are built specifically for the purpose of offering you a redirect manager. You shouldn't keep them in RankMath, you shouldn't keep them in Yoast, you shouldn't do all that. But it seems like we can't get through to people, so we've decided to finally build the redirect manager. So even though we do tons of redirects, and you can learn about them in the help center, there's been this issue that people still want to have a redirect manager that's made by Squirrely instead of installing plugins that are specifically built for this purpose, and some of them are pretty advanced and pretty cool. Like, I've looked at the redirect manager of RankMath, for example, recently, and it's completely subpar compared to everything that's out there as a plugin that really does redirect management. So we're going to have to see how we do this. I'm not sure we're gonna settle to make something as bad as RankMath has. So hopefully we're going to do something like the easy redirect plugins and some of the other ones that are far more powerful and far more advanced. But we will have to see on this. The idea is that it's imminent that we are going to build the redirect manager, because so many new customers are asking for this, and even though I'm kind of against the idea, it's not really what I believe. This is what people are using these days. We've seen even customers of Squirrely SEO, they start wanting to have the redirect manager in Squirrely SEO, even though we explain that they shouldn't have it in Squirrely SEO, that they should use a different plugin from that. If this is the case, we will have to follow along, and it's been super voted on our roadmap as well. So plus we've confirmed we do a lot of tests to see if what's on the roadmap is actually a nice to have or a must have. And this one, even though I totally hate it, it basically went through all of the must haves, so it's definitely a must have for our users. And then we are going to build it. So it actually passed all the tests that we made for the redirect manager. And all schemas, this is not something bad to have. I mean, we do offer a schema builder that takes you to an external site where you can build your schema and edit as a custom schema inside any of your posts. You can do that in the backend while editing. You can do that with bulk SEO. You can do that from the front end editor of your snippets. You can do that in Squirrely SEO. But we are definitely gonna do all of the schemas so that you can build any kind of rich snippet that you want. And this is, I don't feel bad about this decision as I do about the redirect manager, because I think that that one is against SEO and that shouldn't be inside an SEO plugin. But the one for schema isn't so bad, because at least when people are going to see this, they're gonna feel very chill about using Squirrely SEO. And then once they start using focus pages and the next SEO goals, they will never ever think about any other plugin or any other SEO solution out there. So I think the schema is a really great way for us to draw more people in and to give them what they like at first, and then teach them how to really do a proper SEO. And on this end, because we're gonna make more schemas, we're actually gonna make our own builder inside of WordPress for the schema, so that we don't rely on the external builder anymore. And this is a funky feature that we've already tried, and we need to integrate this with more tools that we have. So currently there's a bit of delay in doing the auto inner links, because we want to make sure that if we make this system, we can use it also in Content Look and in a different system that we're working on that might in the future allow Squirrely SEO to have focus pages on things that aren't built on WordPress. But that's a story for another time. We've done a lot on that end, and sadly in August Google launched something that stopped some of our plans, because we were almost able to do a really big breakthrough and bring focus pages to everyone. But we're still not stopping that idea, because I think that focus pages is definitely the future. And if we get focus pages into the mix, then we can bring our own private SEO consultant, which is the next SEO goals. We can also bring that into the mix. And auto inner links and the system behind this can prove to be very useful for websites that aren't made in WordPress. So we're gonna keep exploring until we find a way to integrate it in multiple tools, including Content Look, and including some checkers that we want to build in the Squirrely Spy reports. So it's gonna be a lot more, but hopefully we can get this done soon. Now I know that everything that I've told you until auto inner links, this can be done easily, and we're gonna start doing things around this over the next few months. The auto inner links, it's not that it's very hard to do. We want to see how we can integrate in all of our tools and build a cloud service that's specifically made for the inner links, especially in focus pages. We don't want to rely anymore on the methods that we've built, because those rely on WordPress, and we don't want to rely on WordPress solely on their system and the way they handle these things. So hopefully we can do something on this front. Then extends. So lots of these features, they won't be in the base plugin for Squirrely SEO, and paid clients will be able to use them. I think that, yeah, so definitely all paid clients will be able to use them. Initially we thought about only offering this to those who had the web dev kit, but we're gonna offer it to everybody who has ever paid for anything at Squirrely SEO. So we're gonna offer the extensions plugin, where you currently have the strip category base. It's made with the extensions plugin, so we already have that implemented in Squirrely SEO Pix. And then we're gonna have this one, this one, this one. Yeah, so those are going to be in the extended plugin, and many other things that we'll make available through the extended plugins, even the full imports. So we have a one-click import from all the other SEO plugins and even some schema builders. But since we're going to make a lot more types of schemas available, and we're going to make the redirect manager, we're going to have a one-click import, and we're going to import everything, even from other redirect plugins. We're going to import things from all the other SEO plugins. So you're going to have one click and you're going to import absolutely everything. You can check out how-to12.squirrely.co, the current knowledge base for Squirrely SEO picks, which is soon going to be migrated to the official how-to.squirrely.co version, as we are now 100% sure that Squirrely SEO picks is amazing, and we gave a lot of time to the older users to switch over to Squirrely SEO picks. And we have there lots of ideas on how to import, and you will see that we import almost everything, and most of you will be able to import with one click. You'll be able to import everything from Rank Math and Yoast. So you should give that a shot and you should read that. But if that's not enough for you, just know that with the extensions plugin we will have a complete import of everything. Then we will make more ways of getting alt tags inside of your images, inside of posts. So we're going to make more ways to automate this. Currently, you've seen that if you add images using the blogging assistant from Squirrely SEO, you already have an auto alt tags added to your posts. And we're going to try and find new ways in which we can automate the additions of different alt tags to images that you have in your content. Now we will also work on adapting the user experience. So Squirrely SEO Picks has been amazing, and I hope that you really liked the presentation I did as an official developer update on the final version of Squirrely SEO Picks. And we are still going to look into adapting the UX a bit more, because there are certain areas where you need to, if you are a beginner and you haven't activated all the features from the all features section, you can get blocked. You will have an instruction that says something, and you actually need to go to expert mode first, and then to also activate everything from all features in order to get access to that particular thing that was mentioned in the advice we give you through our pop-ups. So that's something that we've seen, and thanks to feedback from the audience, we could identify some of these areas. So we are going to need to keep adapting the UX, and we will think and we will come up with a solution to those types of issues. Of course, if you ever happen to come across something like that, you just need to contact us via support. I've personally helped people with these sorts of issues recently, and you can also contact Peter. You saw his presentation on customer service. He's super serious about helping everyone out, and that's what you can do. And we will also explore the mastery levels. If you've seen my developer update on the Squirrely SEO Picks, you saw that we've initially just experimented with changing everything from the older SEO settings assistant, the digital assistant we had, to this new one that has mastery levels, and we saw that people really enjoy this gamification. So we are going to use it in such way that people will be motivated to keep performing those things inside, reach more mastery level, and once they reach more mastery levels, they will actually build up and grow their audit scores. So as I've mentioned in one of my earlier presentations, you need an audit score of over 80 to be super performant with your online marketing. And with mastery levels, I think that we can now achieve that. And we know that people are intrinsically motivated to use those. We just need to do more. And then if they do more, they will get the desired results, which is going to be amazing rankings, and everything inside focus pages and next SEO goals will work better for them if they if they will play around with the mastery levels. And just for the web dev kit, there's gonna be a dev skin inside of WordPress. Now we've played around with the idea, we've pitched it to a couple of clients, and we couldn't really believe the fact that they love this idea so much. So we are definitely going to do this. So the owners of web dev kits, those have the access to web dev kit and the web dev kit features, they will get a skin inside of WordPress, where we're going to make it look similar to Hide My WP Ghost. So everything is grayed out, everything is using the same kind of UI from WordPress, instead of having a really good looking graphics like the new Squirrely SEO Picks. It's gonna look like the rest of WordPress, and we understand why this request has come along, and I really think that it makes sense for most of our developers to do something like this. So this is why we are going to facilitate this feature, and we are going to bring a developer skin that will make Squirrely SEO completely blend in with the rest of WordPress. And this is one of the things that we will offer to our members next year. So thank you very much for watching this. This was my panel on the announcements of next things in Squirrely SEO.